Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another, I guess you could say, college football playoff bracket recap or overview. Last week couldn't do it. I had Dennis Cox from Panthers Playbook on my episode from Halftime Sports. Also, don't forget to go check that out on YouTube. Need some more subscribers. Only 50% of people that watch are subscribers, so we need to boost that up. But looking at the newest college football playoff bracket that got announced last night, like some of the spots teams are in and also don't like it. And we're going to start with Miami over here with Ole Miss. And my question is, why is Miami ranked 11th? Because they're not going to win the ACC. They have no shot at winning the ACC. I saw this actually yesterday on Instagram. It was something about there's three teams in the ACC that have a shot to make the championship. Miami's also a fourth option, but it's very unlikely. Everybody'd have to lose out, and that's very unlikely to happen. And right now, it's probably going to be Georgia Tech and Virginia. It could be Virginia and SMU, or maybe Georgia Tech and SMU, but it's probably going to be Georgia Tech and Virginia due to the fact that Georgia Tech will probably win this weekend. And I just don't see how Miami should be able to make it in against Ole Miss. But if they do, that's really just bad, because I think that's one of the ones that will be like, oh, this team didn't deserve to make it, because Miami does not deserve to make it. He lost to Louisville, and I forgot what other team they lost to, but Miami does not deserve to be as high as 11 in the bracket. And then, obviously, everything else looks good. I mean, Notre Dame, I don't really like where they're at. Maybe they should move back to about where Bama's at. I don't know. Maybe Bama should be the 9, Oklahoma should be the 8. I know I caused some controversy for putting Bama still over Oklahoma. I mean, I still think, even though Bama and Oklahoma played each other, I still think Bama's a better team because that was a close loss, so I don't know. And then Tulane, I like them at the 12 spot. I don't think they're going to stay the 12, though. I think the 12 seed, this is going to be a surprise to most people, maybe not, but I think the 12 seed is going to be James Madison when it's all said and done. And then Texas Tech, I think, will end up replacing Georgia at the 4 seed, actually, because I think Georgia will lose to Georgia Tech the last game of the season. I think Indiana will overtake Ohio State because they'll beat them in the Big Ten Championship. A&M will go to the 2 spot. Ohio State will go back to the 3. Oregon, I think, will be out of the college football playoff, and I think at that 7 spot, that is going to be Oklahoma. And then I think at the Ole Miss will just stay the 6 spot. I think the 8 spot will be Alabama. Or no, the 8 spot will be Notre Dame. The 9 spot will be Alabama. The 10 will probably end up being the ACC winner, so it's probably going to be Georgia Tech. And then I think the 11 will be USC. I think USC will sneak into the college football